We're here at a customer's house, and as you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. We've got some weeds, broadleaf weeds that are a couple of feet tall. Full disclosure, this is not a new customer. This is somebody that was with us for a long time, and they had a beautiful yard. They moved, and they're in a new house now. This is a rent house. They canceled this service and moved it to their new house. So I drive by this every day, and I was like, hey man, I texted them and I said, hey, let us do something here, because we wanted to get a nice before and after to show people what it can be like whenever you've got a professional taking care of your place. So most of what we see that's really terrible is this broadleaf stuff. I mean, this stuff is obviously super nasty. This is what the HOA is going to call about in the city. There's still a decent stand of Bermuda grass underneath here, but the weeds have just gotten out of control. So there's kind of just this carpet that's kind of all throughout here. And so this is the kind of nasty, steamy stuff whenever you're cutting the grass. I mean, this stuff isn't fun, obviously, to mow, the tall stuff, but this is the kind of stuff that just gums up your mower really bad. And it's just not fun to cut, and it just doesn't look great whenever you're done. Let's see, it's late April right now. This hasn't been treated in quite some time. So we're gonna come and we're gonna do our first treatment that we would do for a new client. Typically, we would ask that the customer would cut this down before we do it, but just for demonstration's sake, we're not gonna do that today. So let's come over this way. Now, if you'll just zoom real quick here and look at this. This is Dallas grass, and I wanna have to give my friend a hard time because this stuff is really hard to get rid of. And he actually had this whole area was Dallas grass. You can see a little bit of it there. And we spent a few years getting rid of that. And we kept it down, and it's slowly starting to come back now that he's not having us treat his yard. So anyways, we'll have our challenge with that again too. But the guys are about to hop out of the truck. We'll pick up trash, kind of walk around. They'll walk the property since it's been a long time since they've been here. If we don't pick up this bag, for example, that takes up a couple of square feet. We can't spray the weeds underneath there. So they'll pick that kind of stuff up before they do it. This treatment is gonna tackle both broadleaf and grassy weeds. And then what we're gonna do is what we offer for our customers, and we do it every time, is we'll do a follow-up treatment about 2 to 3 weeks later, where we come and spray the whole yard again. Another thing we're gonna do here, and it's normal practice for us, you can see all these weeds all through the cracks. We always spray that for our customers, because we've already got the stuff on our truck. Now when we spray the yard, we're gonna be using the blue stuff, but we don't like to spray blue all over the sidewalks and parking lots and driveways. And so we'll spray this, but it'll be a clear spray.
Got quite a bit of weeds.
Yeah,
so
I'd say so.
They're just tall. And the hard part about that is there's a lot of little underlying weeds.
So today you'll do kind of some different angles today, right? To get that down.
Yep.
And then we always have our second follow-up treatment that we'll do in 2 to 3 weeks. Whenever you're taking a yard like this on, we always tell people, give it a year, you know, to get wetter.
Absolutely.
But part of the deal is though, like, we can offer that. That's what we kind of talked about is, hey, we could offer just a second treatment right after, and they're gonna have to pay a little bit more for that. But what happens is they get almost like a year's jump start because we get that second hit, and it doesn't take a full year cycle to get all of those weeds under control. All right, well, why don't you guys get going, and we're just gonna kind of hang around.
Sounds good.
We're gonna have them mow here in a few days once we've got it cut, and we'll kind of come back and see how it's looking.